So today we are on a city that we always wanted to be.
Yeah, when you think about France and sailboats, what's the first city that comes to your mind? La Rochelle. At least for us, we always heard of La Rochelle as being a place with so many sailboats. It's amazing. The amount of sailboats you see here is unbelievable.
We are Duca and Roberta, and after 2 years living aboard Odd, we sold our boat in the Caribbean and we moved to France, where we are gonna build our new exploration aluminum sailboat. So don't forget to subscribe and to join us every Sunday for our new episode.
This week we're here to go to 3 or 4 really specific boats. Yeah, we are at the La Rochelle boat show that they call Grand Pavois boat show. And we are here because, first of all, we are supporting Meta, the boat yard. We are building our new boat. We are together with them on the booth. But we never seen a boat show with so many aluminum boats. That's so cool. So we need to visit them and get some ideas for our new boat that's about to start the build. By the way, at this point, we are about a month and a half, maybe 2, from starting the weld of the hull of our new boat. And that's just awesome. Yes. And that means we still have a little bit of time to change the design, so that's why we like to visit new boats, because every boat has something cool, and we can use reference from different boats. So expect boat tours. This is a special boat because 1 year ago we visited KM Yachts and we visited a boat that was the first hull 36 foot, and it was just the raw aluminum hull.
And now it's ready.
That's the boat you guys saw right a year ago. We went inside this boat and it was so awesome. Now we can see inside ready to sail. Let's go inside. So the cool story about this boat, this is the Bestevaer 36, the first Bestevaer. Bestevaer is a line of boats that have different size, and KM Yachts built this for a long time. And the first one was the 53 that was designed by the designer for himself. And this is a really cool one because it's actually designed by for the original designer for him and his wife. So that he has, he was on a 53 foot for a long time, and now he has a 36 that's like, a pocket cruiser that you can go literally anywhere. That's a really cool boat. Come inside, if you're at home.
It's really nice, actually. The cool thing about this boat is also that it's really simple. Everything's like, it's like a tiller, it's not the wheel, and even the non-skid is actually...
I'd never seen it before. That's so cool. It's just aluminum sandblasted. There is no non-skid. It's just you sandblast aluminum, and the roughness of the sandblasting, that's a non-skid. That's really, really cool and smart. It's like the cheapest non-skid you can have is no non-skid. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, let's go inside because soon it's gonna open the boat show and we need to do a quick tour.
Yeah, and also, we need to be honest, we've been really quickly in this boat 2 days ago, and the wood on this boat is just amazing. The color of the wood, I think that might be the color we want on our new boat. Really cool to see a boat ready after you've seen the boat being built. Tiny little pilot house.
Yeah, you can sit.
You can sit inside, and you can do your shifts, night shifts, really warm and cozy, and with coffee, of course. Yeah, our boat is just
Talk about
coffee. That's how good they are. See, you arrive here, you have coffee already, ready for the shift. Shift would be just like that. Actually, this is really comfortable. This little space is just
nice. That's where
it's
you
amazing. Yeah, for sure, definitely.
It's where you navigate. It's where you sit. You drink your coffee.
And also you can sit 2, even 3 if you want to squeeze. Because our boat, when we went last year from Brazil to the Caribbean, it was like 13 days. Yeah. And the last 5 days was just like wind on the beam, and like side waves, and one little spot that you could get dry on the carpet. Just one little spot. If you're paying attention. If you're not paying attention, you have a wave on your face like every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like that it's a small boat, but the head height is really, really good. And also the idea of not having a bulkhead, as it's an aluminum boat, you don't need to have, and it seems much bigger than a 36 foot. Just all open.
It's really nice.
Yeah, and also just like Odd, having a centerboard truck means you have a huge table for the size of the boat. Usually a 36 foot, the table is not that big.
And there's also curtains here, so you can close.
Oh, you have a private room. So that means you do have a private room. I mean, I can see. And also what we like about this boat is the centerboard, because with the centerboard, that means you can beach the boat, just like we did with Odd. Yeah. The experience of beaching a boat is really, really cool. It's just like, feels so weird at first, but once you're in the dry, It's just so awesome to see the whole boat and, you know, to be able to clean the hull without need to dive. It's just so
It's
cool.
not that feels weird. It's like
It is
a
weird.
nervous thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another table there.
So you have the big table and you have the small table.
You can even make it bigger. Oh, it's a nice idea actually. You press here. It's a nice system. And how about the toilet?
You have a space for stove, I guess, here, like a heating system. I guess this is the space for the heating system. And also, before we go to the toilet, we need to mention.
Before we go to the toilet.
No, we're not going to go to the toilet. Before we show the head, that's really cool. You sit here and you see this little round porthole. Just so cool.
I think it's double glass. And you can use this to open the floor.
Hmm.
So you open the floors.
I like it. It's a really thick floor, actually, by the way.
It's really nice.
And this is really cool. With some plastic on the bottom.
And the
Wood
on the
finish.
top.
Sikaflex, of course. I'm not sure if it's Sikaflex, but something like Sikaflex.
Polyurethane.
A lot of space.
And then you have the head. And I'm pretty sure you can take showers. Yeah. You can take showers here.
It's like a really, really well finished little boat. That's so cool because I mean, like for a couple, to be honest, for a lot of couples, this is enough.
And there is another bed here. And you can put this up somehow. Oh, this is pretty. And there is a space for two here.
Two? No, I think it's for one. I mean, two little people.
We would fit two there easily.
So this pillow comes off, and then the seat folds open.
Oh.
Oh, and you have a table
Provide
here.
access.
And you also have a table here.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than I thought, actually. It becomes like a little roof. It's like a cabin now.
Yeah.
A proper cabin.
It's
It's a
good.
lot easier entry.
So there is the fridge here.
So what's your conclusion about the galley? Do you like the galley?
For me, it's small, but for some people, it might be enough.
Yeah, Roberta is always really critic about the galley because that's where she spends a lot of time. She likes to cook and to make like some pastry and stuff.
I like the idea of the sink being on the middle, so when you are healed, the sink's always on the middle. There is no water coming, as we had
Pretty good.
once.
Yeah, once we forgot to close the valve and the boat here when the water went out.
Well, we are used to healing this way, and today we are healing this way, and we forgot to close the valve on the sink, and it's all with salt water here. It's salt water here. All the floor is wet. Oh, it's a mess. I like the idea of all the panels being in the entry, so you have easily access and quickly access to all the controls. And actually, this boat is also electric propulsion. Do you know that?
It is.
It is. So you can turn on here, and then you can get the winch here. Yeah. Oh,
Big storage place.
it's really nice.
And you can see the propulsion system right there. I believe it's a 15 kilowatts ocean boat, right?
Yeah.
And how about the rudder there?
Oh, you have a little tiller arm.
That's good, right?
So locks in place here, or
Oh, it's cool.
allow your own, and then one more to allow it to close completely.
Oh, that's really smart.
Lift.
And to be honest, the wooden seat reminds me of other, and I told Roberta yesterday, like, can we also have a wooden seat again on the new boat? Because it's just, I don't know, seems like you are in a park. You're just sitting on the, you know.
Still deciding, still deciding.
Didn't see that before. Life rafts right here, that's so smart. Like right next to the exit of the boat. So you just lift this and you throw the life raft. That's how big is the throttle of this boat. It's like tiny. That's pretty cool.
Oh, this is the throttle.
Yeah. The position of steering this boat is really, really awesome. Yeah, it's comfortable. And you can even see through here if you want. And also it's amazing that usually a tiller takes a lot of space off the cockpit, and this one is pretty short here.
You have the option.
And it's also like, this part's really deep. If you're on the autopilot, you don't have nothing in the way, but you can, now it makes sense. No. Yeah, so that means if you are using the tiller, it's gonna be really light. Now it's much lighter. And if you are on autopilot, you don't need to have the tiller on the way.
That's great, actually.
That's a good idea.
And if you want to stand up here, you also have the option of holding this one and steering from... Oh, the view is amazing. And steering from here. Can you explain the cockpit?
Let's start from the bow. I really like the concept of this boat because everything seems to be really simple. One question I need to ask him, because I believe is for, you know, those kinds of booms. It's like a boom for the Genoa. It's like pretty much a spinnaker pole that's always in place. I'm 109%, not 100. I'm 95% sure that this is where that goes. The bow locker is just insanely big for a 36-foot boat. You have space for the chain right here on the side. You have space for lines, for fenders, for everything. You have a fixed ladder, and that's a cool thing about an aluminum boat is that you can actually have a fixed ladder. You can go down and up really easy because you just weld to the hull. On our 44-foot boat, the anchor locker wasn't this big. There was no space for lines and fenders. It's just like not a space for everything at the same time.
And it's raining again.
Yeah, I really like the concept of having one hatch, one back and one forward, so you can choose. If you're in a marina, sometimes you need the winds coming from the back and you still have some, you know, it changed the position. This one is funny because usually in a warm country like Brazil, the hatch opens forward, and here is a really cold country, so they face the opposite way. That's pretty cool.
And all the windows the hatches are double glass.
That's pretty good. And also I really like the idea of having this little way for the lines, so you don't have a lot of lines here where you walk, and that opens up a lot of space. I really like this height of the lifeline. Usually in boat this big, the lifeline is so short. This is really good to brace yourself. For the size of the boat, if I needed to choose a 36-foot boat, I have no doubt that would be the boat I would buy. And I mean it. When we went to the boatyard, I don't know if we showed that in camera or not, but I told Roberta, like, so what do you think? No, it's beautiful. That's a really good option of a boat. But of course, if you sail full time and we want to go to places where I can kite surf, where I can surf, and then you start having too many toys, and then, you know, if you have a kid one day, it becomes a little bit too small, and we are investing too much in a boat to replace really soon. So we are trying to build a boat that we can stay for longer with this new boat. So, you know, but I love this boat anyways. It's really cool.
Maybe when we have the age of the owner, this is his second boat.
Yeah. The other one was 53, so he went a lot down. But this is a really comfortable, I really like this boat. And beautiful.